Hi, you're watching TV9 Digital. I'm Neha. Sanjay Jha, once closely associated with the Congress party, made many heads turn after he first voiced his dissent against the party over the lack of internal democracy. Ever since, the senior politician has remained quite vocal about his views against the party. In a recent interview to a leading news website, Sanjay said that Congress might not perform well in 2024 if Rahul is at the helm of affairs. Now, this is not something new. Such doubts have been voiced before by many congressmen. However, what can be a game changer here is the fact that many veteran Congress leaders also vouch for Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's ability to take over the party affairs. Sanjay is one such leader who has bitten the bullet and is saying it out loud. Priyanka can communicate, is reported to have higher emotional intelligence, and she is more charismatic, said Sanjay Jha in the interview. Just 4 months back, 23 leaders of the Congress wrote to Sonia Gandhi asking for sweeping reforms in the party and for a visible as well as articulate leadership. Sonia Gandhi called for a meeting of the dissenters last week to discuss their grievances. Now, as per a report in the Indian Express, it was in fact Priyanka Gandhi Vadra whose one phone call to Ghulam Nabi Azad, the former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, broke the ice. Priyanka brought the 23 leaders together to start a dialogue which need to start for the good of the party. Now, as per Congress sources, there are many leaders in the party who want Priyanka Gandhi Vadra to be the Chief Minister's face for Uttar Pradesh, a state which Congress hasn't been able to win in close to 30 years. To discuss Congress party's future prospects, the relevance of Rahul Gandhi as the AICC chief and Priyanka's growing popularity as a problem solver, Mr. Sanjay Jha spoke to me a little while ago. So welcome, Sanjay. Your book, The Great Unraveling India After 2014, has created a lot of buzz. Let's get to the subject immediately. In the meeting held between Sonia Gandhi and dissenters, the consensus seemed that Mr. Rahul Gandhi should become the AICC president again. Now, the question is that if that was the case, then why did the G23 demand an alternative leadership, a visible leadership rather, in their letter that they wrote to Sonia Gandhi?
Well, Neha, honestly, this is speculative. The G23 is very categorical that there should be an election held transparently for the post of the Congress president and for the CWC. I don't think that stance has changed. One of the views which has been aired is in case Mr. Gandhi wants to contest the election to the Congress president, obviously he's free to do so. But it should not happen that it becomes another case of a appointment by default.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Sanjay, you've always vouched for a non-Gandhi leader to take over the party affairs. Who, in your view, can replace Sonia Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi and bring Congress up again as a formidable opposition?
Yeah, I like the fact that you zone in very, very quickly on the subject. Now, the point is that Mr. Gandhi himself said in May 2019, after he resigned as the Congress president, that he believed that there should be a non-Gandhi president. He himself said it. So I really feel that what I'm saying is what Mr. Gandhi himself wants. There is a lot of confusion which has been created, and I do believe that needs to be cleared at the earliest, because it is in the interest of the Congress, that Mr. Gandhi is continuing to be a de facto Congress president, or the fact that it is a fait accompli that he will become the Congress president. Now, that becomes a contradiction with what Mr. Gandhi said just a year and a half ago. So if one day you say that I'm not coming back, and then once again you are coming back, I think this will not only affect Rahul Gandhi's personal reputation, but also damage Congress significantly in the public domain, because I do expect the BJP to come and say that this is a party of U-turns and flip-flops. And why not have a non-Gandhi leader? Nobody is saying that the Gandhis won't be a formidable asset for the Congress party. They are a big political brand, even if that may have diminished to a large extent. And I think the Gandhis will continue to play a very vital role in the revival of the Congress party. But just because they take a backseat from the leadership, I really don't see why this should be such a, heartbreaking, revolutionary change in the party. It happens all the time in the corporate world, in politics, and football coaches. People take a backseat when some things don't work well. Now, I think the time for change has arrived. at the rate at which we are going, I mean, people have begun to joke that it will continue to remain, a Gandhi family enterprise forever. But this is a political party. This is a grand old party. I mean, look at the kind of leaders we have had. Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Nehru, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. You have had Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Madan Mohan Malviya. I mean, what a august gathering of leaders we have had. Now to reduce the party to just becoming nothing but a stranglehold of the Gandhi dynasty is, I think, going to be politically suicidal, not just for the Congress party, but it will damage whatever is left of a still strong Gandhi surname. And it's not as if the Gandhis haven't contributed and done remarkably well over several decades. But as the Lok Sabha results of 2014 and 19 have shown, India has changed. India is telling the Congress party, look, there's nothing wrong. Rahul is a good man, sincere man, has got good intentions. But can you guys please put up a new leader? Is the Congress party, can't you look beyond the Gandhis? And I think the party needs to respond to it and not leave the onus to Rahul Gandhi, because it is being very unfair to him as well. Because there are many people now who are going in telling Rahul that, without you, the party will disintegrate, which I think is nothing but a whole lot of rubbish.
So who can, really replace Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi? Any of the leaders that you can really name?
This is not for me to express my personal opinion on, but as has been said, let there be an election. For example, let me put it across like this. It can be more than 4 people who want to fight for the job of the Congress president. Hypothetically, I'm just giving hypothetical names. It doesn't mean that these are my recommendations. Say Sachin Pilot, a Shashi Tharoor, Mukul Wasnik, Kapil Sibal, maybe Mr. Huda, Dipender Huda can be a candidate. Milind Devra might want to contest. Manish Tiwari may be there. There can be another structure where you have a Congress president and 4 vice presidents looking after North, East, South, and West. In fact, my recommendation is this model. In fact, add a 5th vice president for the Northeast, which is a very critical part, usually ignored by all political parties. And why not? Just imagine you have a Congress president X support one of these 6 names that I've given, supported by 4 who manage different regions. This is how you recharge, recalibrate your organization. I think for the Congress, the old style of tinkering a little bit here, making a nomenclature change there, saying that this one is interim, this one is permanent, I think that period is long over. If the Congress has to take on the BJP, the Congress needs revolutionary changes within.
All right. Sanjay, what are your views on Priyanka Gandhi Vadra? Do you feel that she can be a better option than Rahul Gandhi to hold party's reins?
Well, I do believe at this point of time that Priyanka is beginning to get politically prudent because of the limited exposure she's had. But in politics, you learn very, very quickly. There is also no denying that she's a tremendous communicator. My dealings with her have taught me that she establishes rapport with people very, very quickly. She's very chilled out. She gets along with people and she's very easily accessible.
Are you saying that Rahul Gandhi is not chilled out or accessible?
Well, I'm not. I do believe that Rahul could have done much better there. I mean, I don't want to beat about the bush on that one. I have written in my book that to meet him was a Himalayan exercise, like an Amazonian climb. Very unfortunate, but Rahul's coterie actually does him more damage than good. But coming back to Priyanka, I do believe that she has her own charisma, but she's been largely politically untested. And people are saying that, in Uttar Pradesh, we didn't do well. Frankly, in 2019, I think it was pushing her into a snake pit to expect her to revive Uttar Pradesh during the middle of an election. The Congress needs to do groundwork level work there. Now, can she be better than Rahul? That I don't know. They're 2 different personalities, each have their strengths and each have their own little flaws they can work on. But I do believe that if the Congress party has to bite the bullet, then move completely beyond the Gandhis. And I'm sure the Gandhis won't mind it either. But there are people around the Gandhis who are actually making them not move on with the decision. Because if Rahul publicly stated he didn't want to come back, I'm sure that he knew what he was talking about. If there has been a certain change in that opinion, then I do believe a coterie and some senior members of the Congress with their own vested interest are misleading the Gandhis.
All right. Lastly, Sanjay, in some sections within Congress and outside as well, the leaders want Gandhis out. Like we've been discussing now, you being one of them perhaps, and AICC president and CWC members elected democratically. Do you believe that it is even possible?
Well, let me tell you, it has to be made possible. This is the way the Congress party used to be once upon a time. If the fact that the last elections happened in the seat blue seat 23 years ago is a very, very sad commentary, is a very poor reflection on inner party democracy in the Congress party. Now, I was reading today that Rahul Gandhi has correctly said that on the farm laws issues, when he went to meet the president along with the other opposition leaders, he said there is no democracy in our country. I agree with him. But I also have to tell Rahul through your channel that, Rahul, we are not practicing internal democracy within our own party. Now, these are things that damage your credibility, your acceptance within the people. People watch you in politics. All of us, who are in public, politics of our times, you have no escape routes. People watch you, what you say, what you do, what you tweet. And I think we are contradicting ourselves. Congress needs to change and it needs to be transformational.
The voices in favor of a non-Gandhi leader seem to be growing louder. Is this a far-fetched dream, or will we get to see it taking the real shape in the days ahead? Thank you very much for watching. If at all you like this video, do not forget to subscribe TV9 Digital across all social media platforms.